All right, peace, 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 family. It's your brother Yosef, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well out there in YouTube land. And anyone else who sees this video, hope you guys are doing well. Somebody said, "Uh oh, he got the hat on." Brother Yosef about to go in. He got on the hat. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, if you go through my New Life Tools YouTube page and see all the videos and I had these different color hats on, those are the videos where I was just, right? Those who've been around a long time, they know. I had the feathers up, you know what I mean? Represent my indigenous status. Feathers up means that we at war, you know what I mean? So, you know, when I had them videos, y'all, it was crazy, right? So YouTube might say, oh, he got the hat on again. Y'all get ready to take the video down. You know, but it's all good, y'all. How's everybody doing today? It's brother Yosef. I'm doing good today. It's funny because when I wore this hat in New York, people used to look at me strange, like, why he got that hat with the feathers, you know? But down here in Texas, this is the norm. I see tons of people with feathers in their hat. You know what I mean? Sometimes they up, sometimes they hanging on the side of the hat. They got hats just like this. You know, it's normal down here. You know what I mean? So I fit right in. But yes, family, we here. We're going to do a video today on star stepping. Star stepping. I know when I first started studying this information, you know, I thought it was somebody was making words up. You know what I'm saying? It sounded very interesting to me. But the word itself, star stepping, definitely caught my interest when I started studying it years ago. And we're going to go into what that is so you guys can get a good understanding of that. And you guys can study up on it yourself. You know what I mean? But of course, before we start, I want to just say that this video will also be uploaded on New Life Tools Forever. The link will be below the video if you guys want to subscribe over there. New Life Tools Forever. That's my backup channel in case YouTube shuts this channel down. New Life Tools Forever. You know, I got 2 strikes, y'all. One more strike and they shut my channel off. So that's going to be my backup channel. That's where I'll be uploading all my videos and probably do some exclusive videos over there every now and then. So you guys might want to check out my New Life Tools Forever channel. The link will be below the description. Also, you guys can check me out on Patreon. You know, brother Yosef goes in over there. And, you know, it's all good, family. It's all good. And I'm thinking about actually uploading more of my videos on New Life Tools Forever and kind of just leaving New Life Tools alone for at least 2 months. Because, you know, every video I do, I don't know if they're going to take it down or not. So, or strike me. So, family, I got until December, I guess, so I don't get no more strikes. And in December, I can come back out again. And I could, you know, the middle of December, I can come back out and do, you know, and they take the strikes away. So I got until, I think, December to not get another strike. But, you know, if worse come to worse, family, we on New Life Tools Forever. So y'all better subscribe over there, because if it gets shut down, y'all gonna forget. It's gonna be a hard time finding brother Yosef on YouTube, all right? But we are here, family. We are here. It's going down. We about to make it happen. And today, y'all, we're gonna talk about star stepping. Something that's very interesting, very powerful form of magic. And we're gonna go deeper into what that is, family. You know, when you look at magic, family, shamanism, and I've said this many times before, and I repeat things, family, to help you guys get an understanding of what it is, right? And also I repeat it to tell you guys how important it is, right? But shamanism is definitely the oldest form of science and magic on the planet. Shamanism, right? I didn't say it's the most powerful. It can be, but it's definitely the oldest. The shamans were the first alchemists. The scientists were the first sorcerers. They were the first magicians on the planet. And they were also some of the first people that practiced certain forms of medicine and stuff like that. You know, they also called them the Bushmen. You know, and this science kind of carried on into hoodoo. You know, the hoodoo science with African Americans. You know, shamanism carried on to that into all over the world, right? All over the world. But that's not very important thing. Is I got to give you guys a kind of understudy to give you guys the understanding of what we talking about with star stepping, because I want to take you somewhere so you can understand why we talking about this and what star stepping really is. So the first thing you need to understand is shamanism, right? This shamanistic form of magic is very important, right? And I want you guys to understand, family, when you look at shamanism, you're looking at theater. Understand that. Try your best to understand that. When you're looking at shamanism, you're looking at a form of theater. You know, if you ever met a real shaman before, shamans seem like basic people, right? Basic people in the community, or in the you talk to them, they're average people, but they seem to be very wise. They seem to know a lot of information, right? The shamans. But also when you look at them, when it's time to get down with some magic, when it's time to do a ritual for the community or for the village, when it's time to get down, the shamanism dresses up. He may put on a bunch of bat heads, and you know what I'm saying, around his neck. He may put on a jaguar hat. You know what I'm saying? He may start wearing all these different animals and gemstones and stuff around his body. It's like he's getting ready to perform something. And he is. He's performing a ritual, right? And also, when you look at this, the shaman is also, you know, go watch shamanistic videos when they perform and stuff in the village. Tons of videos on YouTube. Also, when they're doing this, family, they are, you know, they're getting into like a trance when they put on this stuff. It's almost like acting, right? And that's why I call it theater, because they put on all these different garments. We know these things are for spiritual protection. Some of these things are the neck, like they may put on a necklace that shamans of the past had and passed on to every shaman in the community, right? But they put on all these garbs and stuff, and then they start dancing, right? They'll start dancing, or they'll start performing some type of ritual. You know, they may start making noise, beating a drum. It's a lot of things shamans may do, but they usually get themselves ready. They put on these garbs. If you look at shamans, right? They put on all these garbs just to do a certain ritual. It's like they perform for the gods, or they perform for Mother Nature, right? So understand, when you're dealing with deep forms of magic, especially high magic, you're going to deal with some type of theater, right? Shout out to brother A.A. Rashid. He talked about masonry in a Sonetta video from, like, I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago. He talked about it in a video about masonry, how masonry is theater. I thought that was so wise and powerful that he presented it like that. Very informative, you know what I'm saying? But dealing with the shamanism, that's exactly how it is. It's like theater. The shaman performs, right? And during his performance, family, he gets into this mode. So always understand, family, that ritual requires imagination, right? So people, you may see the shaman doing stuff, but you don't really see what he's doing inside of his mind, right? So a lot of people perform rituals one time, right? And to do a ritual, it means to do something over and over again. Always remember that. If you do a ritual and it didn't work, you can't look and say, oh, it didn't work. No, you're supposed to keep doing it until it works. Because the more you do it, the more energy you build up, right? But the key is to have your imagination right. Have your intentions right. Your intentions got to be pure and just and right when you perform certain rituals, right? And this is all important because the basic form and understanding of star stepping, family, represents they call it pacing the Big Dipper, or pacing the Dipper, because on a basic level of star stepping, you know, they pace the Dipper. They pace. They look like they're skating in slow motion. You know, it looks like they're skating in slow motion, right? And they do this for a lot of reasons. Weather magic, mostly, right? And this is Chinese. The whole star stepping science comes from Chinese Taoist. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese Taoist performs the star stepping ritual. And we're going to get deeper into what they mean by star. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it goes really deep when you're dealing with their language and the understanding of what they represent. So the basic form of star stepping, family, means to pace the stars or pace the Dipper. They call it pacing the Dipper. And they were literally move their feet in the shape of the Big Dipper, right? In the Big Dipper. And those 7 stars also represent the 7 Star Lords. That's a little bit deeper. That's a whole nother video. We could do a video alone on the Star Lords, right? So when they're doing this, family, they're performing. Please understand this, because when the Taoists and the Chinese magicians perform this type of magic or ritual, they tend to do it on a stage or a platform. Real talk. If you go look at Chinese Taoists and Taoists and how they perform rituals, they are literally dressed up like priests. They get all dressed up and different colors are everywhere, and they literally perform their magic on stage. Pretty deep. This is the only form of magic I've known that performs their magic on stage to perform a ritual. They literally do this, right? This is what you have to do, right? But you can do star stepping in its most basic form. You may not get the same power as a Chinese Taoist, because they know exactly what they're doing with their imagination, and they know what they're doing. They're chanting certain words, right? And like I said, sometimes this is done before a bigger ritual is done, or sometimes this is done to bring rain or snow or change the weather. Star stepping, right? It's very powerful. And when you star step, family, what it does is it balances out your yin and your yang in your body. So just like you could deal with the lesser pentagram ritual, which is theater, right? You could look at this theater. Acting is very powerful. And shout out to Brother Bobby Hemmett, who used to break the science down with movies and acting, right? And a lot of people get that from him today. He broke a lot of, he was the first one who really broke the science, how acting is actually a form of theater, and this type of theater is actually them performing a ritual. So they're doing a ritual when they're acting. So you need to learn how to increase your emotions. Like Denzel Washington, when he did certain movies, he just knew how to cry. Will Smith just knew how to cry when he performs a ritual for a movie, right? Dorothy Dandridge or Halle Berry, right? The guy who passed away committed suicide, so they say. Heath Ledger with the Joker. He became the Joker. He performed the ritual so good, he channeled the energy. And that's what a lot of these actors are doing. So this is very powerful if you want to perform rituals. You need to learn how to increase your emotion at will. You need to learn how to turn on your happiness at will in a ritual. You need to learn how to turn on your sadness, if that's the case, or your anger, right, at will, to perform magic. A lot of people I talk to who do rituals, they put effort into it, right? But they don't put no emotion into it. Emotion is always key in magic. So that's why these Chinese Taoists and Taoists be so powerful. Don't sleep on their magic at all. Please don't. I still use some of their rituals, right? Their magic is so powerful because they know how to use their emotion, and they know how to perform the ritual correctly. Perform the ritual correctly, all right? But just doing some basic star stepping can balance out your yin and your yang energy, right? They call it pacing the dipper, okay? Now, star in the Chinese language, you got to understand the Chinese language, they deal with symbolism. So it's not so much that this Chinese symbol means a word. It's more like it represents a symbol of something, right? So when you write the word star in Chinese language, you're going to see two variations of symbols. And the top symbol represents sun, and the bottom symbol is going to represent birth, sun birth. So when you're talking about a star, you're talking about the birthing of a new sun, or something coming forth. It doesn't have to represent a sun. It can represent something coming forth. It all depends on what you're trying to do in your ritual. When you're doing star magic with the Chinese, right? Dealing with the Chinese star magic, it can represent something coming forth, right? So we know that a black hole is so powerful, it could suck light in. The universe is always having sex. It's always creating and having sex. So the vagina would be the black hole that sucks in the light, right? And creates a new star, creates a new sun, right? It spits out a new sun, right? On the other side. So the formation of more darkness or more black holes will be the darkness, which is the female giving birth to another daughter or another female. And the birth of a star is the rotation of the reflection of the darkness, the male energy. Okay? So when you're dealing with the star in Chinese magic, you're dealing with the sun birth, the birth of a new idea. Think about it like that, right? The birth of a new process, something coming forth, something being born. Think about it like that. So when you're star stepping and you're pacing the 7 stars, your mind should be in a place of theater or performing and emotionally believing in what you're trying to bring forth. That's how you need to look at star stepping, family, which is very powerful. Very powerful, family. And like I said, this could be studied. It's hard to find information on it. I don't know. It might be a few YouTube videos on it. I don't know. But it's hard to find this information. But you can look it up. It's called star stepping. And it's very powerful, family. It's very powerful. It's been around since thousands of years, right? So you guys need to understand. That's what I want you guys to grasp what it means by star. Because when you pace each star, family, you're actually opening stargates. So the seven star steps could also represent the 7 chakras, depending on what you're trying to do. The 7 star systems, right? The 7 suns, the 7 chakras. It can represent all those things based on what you're trying to do. Or you could just be trying to make it rain, which is, like I said, a lot of what it's used for, right? But I want you guys to keep in mind theater, performing. Some people say, well, Brother Joseph, ain't that fake? No, it's not fake. It's magic. And like I always say in a lot of my videos, isn't imagination more powerful than knowledge, according to Albert Einstein? So using your imagination and magic, not knowing how to perform the ritual, but learning how to use your imagination makes the ritual more powerful. And that's what star stepping really is about, family. Y'all know what I do. I give y'all a basic 101 class. Like I said, we can go into the 7 star lords and stuff like that. You know, I like to give it to y'all in pieces. No sense of blowing y'all mind. I just don't teach like that. I like to give the information when I'm giving information you can't even perceive yet. You don't even understand what a star lord is. So I'm gonna give you guys the piece by piece. We'll do a video about the 7 star lords, but you need to be, in order to make star stepping work as well, you need to be in relationship with these star lords. You know what I'm saying? They're also called the heavenly immortals. You need to be in contact with these beings. You know, you need to probably have an altar, or you need to have a relationship with this energy. It makes it more powerful. Okay, or simply it probably won't work for you. But doing the basic steps of the star stepping will pretty much balance out your yin and yang, kind of like what the lesser banishing ritual would do. You know, what you would do after you perform a ritual, you would do lesser banishing ritual. And it will balance out your energy. Yahe, Vahe, and all that stuff, right? So, after a ritual, you can try the star stepping and see if it works for you. Right? If it doesn't work, then do the lesser banishing ritual, or it's a lot of ways to balance out your energy or ground yourself. You know, grounding yourself definitely works best with going outside to a tree or going outside in the grass barefoot. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I want to drop that on you guys. The thing to keep in mind with star stepping is theater. Theater. Study theater. Study actors. Because all actors are performing rituals in movies. All of them. Right? And it's amazing how these actors can just cry at will. They can be happy at will. You need to learn how to do that in magic in order to make your magic work for you. Right? Also, as an alchemist, right, if you want to learn how to manipulate your energy, you need to learn how to feel happy at will. It can be done, family. I'm telling y'all because I can do it. You know, I'm not saying that I don't never feel sad or be hurt, but I know how to transmute my energy. It's possible. And I'm always referring everybody back to Montauk Chia on a basic level. He teaches the fusion of the 5 elements and how to merge energy inside your body and stuff like that. Very powerful thing. So yes, that's star stepping. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More videos to come. I'm gonna start doing more videos on a regular basis on here. And like I said, y'all check out New Life Tools Forever. Subscribe over there, because if this channel gets shut down, it's the only place Brother Yosef will be. All right. I love y'all, and I will holler at you guys in the next video. Peace, family.